Good evening, everyone. DM here from That Wrestling Show with a small little vlog here, believe it or not, even though it should be a video log, but it's not. Okay, just got done watching Monday Night Raw, and needless to say, it wasn't as impactful as I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to give away any spoilers or anything, mainly for the fact that you guys have already seen it by now, and I'm not going to give my full thoughts on the show until Saturday during Beyond the Mat. But I will focus on one main topic that's right now starting to trend, and there's a lot of people right now that are kind of up in arms a little bit, and that's the whole CM Punk situation, and we'll get to that in just a second. First off, it initially opens up with John Cena coming out saying, CM Punk, I didn't agree with what he said, but I am a follower of freedom of speech, and this is the 4th of July, and blah, blah, blah. I'm all for reinstating CM Punk and giving you fans what you want, and I'm publicly calling out Vince McMahon. We go through the kind of drab Raw, to say the least. It really wasn't all that great, to be honest. I was really bored with it this week, probably because the main segment going into Raw was CM Punk. I don't want to say that wrestling didn't sell this show, because it still had some decent wrestling, but I don't know, something really fell flat this week. I don't know what it was. We finally get to the main event section, where John Cena talks to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon says that CM Punk doesn't belong to be on the collector cups and the programs and have his own DVD because he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve to, be in movies and be on Conan O'Brien, and he essentially over embellished CM Punk a little bit as a heel, saying that he wanted to be in all these movies and get all the same stuff as the other stars is, which all of us know is not necessarily true. To which John Cena comes out and pretty much kind of buries Vince McMahon a little bit, saying that he has no faith, he doesn't have any heart left in him, and he needs to give the fans what he wants, because CM Punk did earn the right to wrestle a match, and just because, it's freedom of speech, and CM Punk should be allowed to say what he wants, even though what he said was, means of suspension, but of course, Cena's being the good guy, and, kind of being pro-Americana. Vince McMahon says, no, it's not going to happen, because I don't want CM Punk leaving with this belt. I don't want to take that risk because I calculated risks. I destroyed Ted Turner and all these other companies because I took calculated risks, blah, blah, blah. John Cena then kind of forfeits the belt, technically forfeits the belt and walks out and admits that, yeah, I am replaceable. I get it. I'm just another spoke on the wheel. Just like CM Punk said, I'm going to walk out. McMahon follows him up the ramp and says, okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to reinstate CM Punk. You're going to fight him, and if he wins, you're fired. Now, here's where it kind of treads on a lot of people. If CM Punk should win this belt, John Cena is fired. They'll just rehire him anyway because that's their cash cow. But it's the fact that now John Cena's career is on the line, which now puts all of the doubt now kind of back in the pocket. Now we kind of know for a fact that CM Punk isn't going to win. Even though there was kind of that glint of hope that, he just might pull this off and we'll see where they go with it. Now we all know John Cena's going to pull this off because his career's on the line, and they're not going to have two people leave WWE. It's just not going to happen. That's right now what everyone is talking about. That's what they're trending. A lot of people are kind of upset about it. I'm trying to look at it from an optimist's point of view. One of the big issues, though, I noticed this week on Raw is Alberto Del Rio won his #1 contendership match for John Cena. The problem is CM Punk is now reinstated and is getting his match, so Del Rio is now back in Money in the Bank, which kind of made that whole big match announcement kind of pointless, which is where I think this Raw kind of fell flat, which is where I think this angle is kind of starting to fall a little bit flat. Right now, we don't quite know what's going to happen with CM Punk. There are rumors that he is leaving, he's going to ROH, he's doing this, he's doing that, and there are some that are saying that this is just to play into their palms and pull the wool over our eyes. A lot of people are saying that WWE blew it. Again, for the second year in a row, one of the best angles they had over the summer, they blew it. Last year was Nexus. They completely ruined them in the span of a week. Whether it was indirectly or not, they all kind of got ruined, and Nexus is now just a shell of what it is. And hell, just look at Wade Barrett now. Everyone from Nexus and the core is just kind of, they're around, but you don't know why. In fact, no one tends to remember the whole Nexus thing, go figure, because it ended in SummerSlam. That's officially when everything kind of got cut in half. But now we're kind of at that crossroads again. Now John Cena's got his career on the line, blah, 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 and if he loses the title, he's going to lose his career. CM Punk will leave with the belt. All this chaos, all this travesty, it makes for good TV. Does WWE have the balls to do it? Nah, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say that they don't have the balls to do it, because they've proved us wrong in the past, though very rarely. And what I mean by very rarely, I mean extremely rarely. They've proven that they don't have the balls to do something way off scale. Other than this whole CM Punk thing, again, they tend not to stray a little bit. Now, what's going to be very interesting is, like I said, a lot of people are saying that they blew it, that this whole angle is washed. It's now obvious that Cena's going to win. There's two ways that they can save this. Number one, CM Punk could win and Cena's fired. Now, keep in mind that Cena, even though is fired, would still have a rematch clause, technically. But if he's fired, it would be null and void, kind of like the triple threat match we had tonight. Or the other thing is, CM Punk wins the belt, John Cena gets fired, and whoever wins Money in the Bank cashes in. I think we might have seen the real winner of the world title on Raw tonight. And that person will defeat CM Punk for the world title. That way Cena and Punk are both gone, and we have a new leader running WWE for a couple months. And they'll proceed to lose it by about SummerSlam. And we'll just go back to square one. Right now, that's kind of a predictability of where they're going to go. I could be 100% wrong. I have been wrong in the past. But right now, a lot of people, like I had mentioned before, they're going crazy. They're panicking. They're kind of freaking that they kind of sort of buried this angle already. But again, trying to look at it from a fan's point of view, they essentially buried CM Punk a little bit in this angle. And it kind of makes me believe that Punk just might pull it off. But again, now all the doubt is that he's not going to, and this is where we stand with WWE. So we shall see. Those are just my first impressions of Monday Night Raw on the 4th of July. Not the best Raw in the world, let me tell you. It was kind of boring. Coming off of the heels of what we had last week, it was kind of a boring Raw. The only thing we had to look forward to was the whole CM Punk thing, and now I'm I'm 50-50 on this. This could be pulling the wool over our eyes, or this could be exactly what we expect. And if it's exactly what we expect, then they essentially blew the angle 2 weeks before the whole show. That's going to do it all for my first impressions for this week. I don't normally do first impressions on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or any of the shows, but I figure, what the hell. You can also, so don't forget to subscribe and send comments, your thoughts, and all that good stuff, what you thought of Raw. There's a brand new website out, dmblacklist.webs.com. The website you guys are used to going to is still up, but it's essentially worthless at this point because, well, we all know what happened. But the brand new website to go to is thatwrestlingshow.webs.com. It just opened up today on the 4th of July. It doesn't have a whole lot of stuff. It's got a couple of games on there. It's got a chat room in there. I'm going to attempt to, whenever Raw is on, if we can align the times correctly, because I know on the East Coast it's on a certain time, and over here on the West Coast it's on at a certain time. It'd be nice to do like live chats during Raw, and even during the pay-per-views. I could probably pull like a live chat or something if I'm able to order the pay-per-view here and watch it and just comment on it. I think that might be cool. There's a couple of games on there. My profile and BM's profile are also up there. I got a blog up there. I only got the first thing up there that explains what happened to the original website and what happened to the blacklist, so check that out. my affiliates are on there, and the homepage is on there, and it's just starting to break out. Little by little, it's going to kind of change and shift and move and all that stuff, but go to that webpage, enjoy it, look around, snoop around, do what you got to do, enjoy the games that are on there. They're fun, they're free, they're exciting. If you like Frogger, you'll be into it. And that is it for this little first impression of Monday Night Raw on the 4th of July. And everyone in America, happy 4th of July, or rest of the 4th of July. And those of you that are not from America, well, have a wonderful evening. And I will see you all next time on that episode of That Wrestling Show.